Welcome to this look at some highly detailed new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, new mods. We've got a couple of updates as well. The map Nordkirchen by Freckdak93 has had an update. A new save game is required. The changelog for that is quite extensive, so if you're playing on that map, I would suggest you have a look. Or if you're thinking about playing on the map, go and have a look because a ton of stuff has been changed. The JCB6T dumper by Ross N Mods has also had an update. First, the mods then. We've got the old greenhouse chicken coop. This is by VeteranModding, 2.94 megabytes download. 7 slots, 18,000 to buy, and will hold 330 of your earth chickens. Just here. Now, a curiosity with this, I've said this many times before now on mod reviews, when I'm doing placing buildings, if they come with detailed decoration around the bottom of them, whatever it might be, if you've got a plot of land, if we go into our build mode, that's where you'll find it. So there we go, we're under our chickens just there. You can see there it's not saying overlaps with another object because this is my test map and all sorts of stuff has been placed and removed and placed and removed. So if I try and place it now, it won't put all of the detail around the bottom because I have to press triangle to allow it to place, which then won't place the bits it needs to. So this one up here is with all the bits on the floor. The one I've got down here isn't. It hasn't put the dirt texture around it, but it has put the grass texture around it. What we'll do, we'll zoom in on that, and you can see the grass texture and this texture on the inside. And I thought that was because of where I'd placed it here. However, if we have a look here, it's got this strange. So we've got a grass texture, we've got a dirt texture around the outside, and this I thought, is that snow? Is that supposed to be like a dirt? But it looks like a slab. It looks like a concrete floor. There's a thickness to that. But the grass is growing through it, so I don't know whether that will get an update or not. I'm not too sure. These winding handles at the side here don't do anything. I couldn't find any operation for them. But then once placed, dialog box is just here. 4 out of 330 potential animals. And then we've got our feed trigger just here. This door opens as well. Egg boxes will spawn down the side. And yeah, repurposed greenhouse. I suppose if you've used your greenhouse, you've grown loads of stuff, especially if you've grown stuff in the ground and not in planters, letting the chickens in there after you've used it to eat away all the scraps, odds and ends, bits and bobs, kind of makes sense really, doesn't it? I guess. Anyway, there you go. That's that. The old greenhouse chicken coop. Next we go into here. I'm going to come down to our weights. We have got to the Fent weight 0.82 megabyte download. It is 1 slot. It is by FMT Bene. Just there, 1,500 to purchase. It's a 1.2 ton, so you've got it standard flat like that, or you can have it with the Fent on it. So if you're not running Fent gear, you don't want the Fent logo, you can take that off, and we can change the main colour. 1.2 ton, Fent weight. Next we've got this just here. So this is the Lizard AM Transport Cattle. This is by the Diablo. 2.77 megabytes download, 4 slots. Now, as far as what it will carry, the back door doesn't open. I double checked that because I wasn't sure if that would swing down or something, but that doesn't. I didn't have an option for it to open. So we come to our animal transports just here, and you will see there the LS540. So that will do 56 cows, 64 pigs, 108 sheep or goats. There's 108, isn't it? That saying. Then we've got 38 horses, it shows there, but what it doesn't show is chickens, and it will do 322 chickens as well, but it will give you the option in here. So we've got at the moment, we've got quite a few wheel brands on this, which I was quite surprised actually. Lizard, Continental, Trelleborg, BKT, Michelin, Vredestein, back again. If we go to ones that have an option, wide, 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 wide 2, back to wide. And I always say the wide, I'm going by the wheel setup on the left hand side. If you look below where it says Lizard and come down, when you swap those, you can see what the tyres are. It says it's, well, that was only doing those two. Pick one that does change. Cargo X-Bib, X-Bib heavy duty, again, and then back again. So you can see the different tyre choices on there. We've got the option design standards. That will do any of your animals other than chickens, or you can have a chicken one, which puts these crates inside of it, which allow you to transport the 322 potential chickens as well. Design colour does all of that. Rim colour does the rim. License plate option on there as well. So I've been over to collect some chickens because obviously we've got the chicken coop. What's quite cool, like I say, if I go L1, R1, L1, R1 on the trailer. There's no option for opening the back or raising, lowering, opening the sides or anything like that. But if we zoom into it like that, you can see the cages inside, and you've got your layers, your levels, and depending on how many chickens you've got in here, if I zoom forward, we'll get to a layer. There we go. Now there you can see your chickens in there. So it will fill up from the front, and then you can go through. Go to the next box forward. Where are we? There we go. Chickens in there, as you can see. So that's our chicken version of it. Zoom back out. So what I need to do now, so I've had a couple of these that haven't worked for some reason. Not this particular mod, but animal transports. And I've taken them to a point where they're supposed to be able to work, and they haven't unloaded for whatever reason. So I thought, you know what? Doesn't have to check since I've got a chicken coop out as well. Open animal dialog box. There we go. And we can transfer our chickens over. 110. Boom. They're all now in the pen, and they're out of our transports. I'll say. Then we'll do all of those. So a fair size, not a bad price and stuff on it either. Not bad at all. The Lizard AM transport cattle. Next we move on to this. You wait till we get to those. Woofda. Right. This is the Massey Ferguson Series 9S by PowerausdemOsten. 18.22 megabytes download, 18 slots under your large tractors. So we'll go right to the end. Did I go to large tractors? Oh yeah, right to the end there. 259,000 base, and then we go from there. So we've got 285 horsepower, 310, 340, 370, 400, 425. That's as big as it goes. We've then got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, BKT, Mitas, Vredestein, back again. Standard and wide. We haven't got a lot of options on this actually. Go to the Michelin, standard wide. Nothing on that one. BKT, standard wide. Yeah, not many tyre choices. Then we've got design, EU or US. If we look at the back here, it changes under lights, puts the triangle on the back section. It will change some bits. Change bits on the front. Not much change on the front. It all seems to be to the rear. Warning signs, yes or no. So if you're going for a more EU version of those. Then we've got our wheel weight option. So we've got adapter plate. We've then got 500 kilo, 1,000, 1,500 and 2,000 kilo on the weights. If you want those on. Main colour, license plate option on as well. If you go main colour, you've got the special edition sort of version on there as well. That kind of silvery grey. If you want that. It's almost like a blued grey really. Those are the options. Jump in, start her up. No options for doors or windows. Beacons on top. Horn, lights. If you've gone for the side markers, there's no option for folding side markers or anything like that. Nice big bit of kits. Interior, nice. I do like these. A lot of the new stuff, all of the new stuff really, when you've got your startup screens. I like that. So it's a very cool feature. And again, it's one of those things you kind of, when you're sort of into your gameplay and you're just trying to get a job done or whatever it is you're doing, you just jump in, start it up and off you go, which I suppose most people do anyway, don't they? You know, if you're a farmer and you're running the same piece of equipment day in, day out, are you going to jump in the tractor, start it up and watch the screens light up every time and go, oh, look at that, you know? You don't, do you, I suppose? But anyway, there's the Massey Ferguson Series 9S. Next and finally, and I say that, we've got all these. This is the Case IH Stiger Series 2025. This is by KarlFarms. 136.11 megabytes download. We've got 29 slots, 31 slots, 34 slots, 33 slots, 34 slots. Now, with these, I will go through most of the options because a lot of the options duplicate across the tractors. What I'm not going to go through is all the tyre configurations, and I shall tell you for why. The first one, it says in the description on the Modhub website, 70 wheel configurations including LSWs. The second one, 41 total track belt options. The third, 18. The next one, 50 wheel configurations including LSWs. And the last one is 18 total track and belt options. So you'll get the gist. So we've got our wheeled, tracked, wheeled, tracked. Moving up the scale and size. We've got small frames, large frames, etc. Also under large tractors, and we are going to start just there with the Steiger wheeled small frame 2025, 435 gram for the base model. So we've got two different options here. You've got the power shift and you've got the CVT in each of the horsepowers. So 467, 522 horsepower, 550 horsepower, and then back to 467. That's our horsepowers on the first one. The second one's the same horsepower, I think, but obviously it's wheeled. I say obviously wheeled. We've got Lizard. We've got these Firestorm tyres, which look pretty cool. Plus, I'll have a quick look at those in just a moment. We have got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vlogstein, Nokians. Back to the Lizards. Now I'll show you on the Lizards, but again, there's a ton of stuff to choose from. So Firestorm duals, and then widens out a little bit. Then triples, widens out a bit. Triples, smaller diameters. Then we go into LSWs 1100s, duals, 1250s, 1400s, back to the Firestorm duals. So I say I do like those. The Firestorms are quite cool. We got US and EU design, which again changes all the bits and bobs from your stalks to your, I always say stalks, indicators, stalks, I guess, I don't know, and your warning signs. We've got wheel weights, rear, front, both, none. Front options, this is the same on pretty much all of them. We've got a toolbox. Actually, what we're going to do, change, where are we? Put that to there so you can see a little bit better. So we've got a toolbox option, which puts toolbox to the side at the front. We've got 1,000 pound weight, 2,200 pound weight, back off again. Windows, default, light tint, dark tint, black tint, default. In-cab monitors, we've got GPS, goes in, precision planting 2, precision planting and GPS, precision planting 2 and GPS. That's the same on all of them pretty much. Rock box, yes or no. Now, rock box, if you've gone for example, the EU version, if I take off the rock box, it will do that. If you put it on, it takes those away. So it's kind of one or the other. You've got an option. Reverse beep, yes or no. I think I put that on some, not all of them. Then you've got fleet numbers 1 through 9. That goes in the back section. So 1, you can see that decal on the back. I think I've numbered them 1 through 5 just so I can remember which ones were which. Exhaust, I think it's the same on all of them. We've got standard or we've got a rain cap. Special edition, we've got blackout, Steiger green, back to none. Rear hitch, I think again this is the same on all of them. Might be some extra weight ones. We've got rear hitch, rear weight bracket, 2,000 pound. Quick hitch, yeah, one of them's got extra weight on it. Quick hitch, back to rear. And then if you've got precision farming on, we've got a Iceria Pro Compact on the wing mirrors. That's on all of them as well. Rim colour, you can go for a slightly more metallic-y and then go for whatever you want on there. License plate option there too. So we then move on to the Steiger road track. Now this has got some extra track options that I'm trying to think if I have encountered before. So anyway, 467 horsepower, 522. 550, I think that's what I was saying on the other one. It's the same horsepower options on this one, but this is the track to road track. Now we've got these Lizard 4,500 series or 4,500s, 3,500s, 5,500s, 6,500s, 2,500s, Susi, is it? Susi series, Continental, and then we've got Strider series, and then we're back to where we started. So if you go for the Continentals, we've got some options on those for your tracks, but obviously it's a kind of road track crop option. Striders 18, 21, 24, 30, back to our 18s, and then the one below is where we change our track spaces. So again, I'm not going through all the track options, but it changes the tread patterns on each of them for the various different ones. We've got 80 inches, 88 inches, or 120 inches on our spacings. Again, design EU, US. Front options are the same. Toolbox 1000, 2200, back off again. Window tints the same. Cab monitors the same. Rock box the same. Reverse beep, fleet numbers, exhaust the same. Special editions, blackout, Steiger green, back again. So you can't pick any colour you want for these. Again, I'm just going to check the rear hitch options on each of these, because rear hitch, rear weight bracket, 2000, quick hitch, yeah. One of them's definitely got a larger capacity. A Stereo Pro compact license plate option on there as well. Then we move on to the Steiger Quad Track 2025. We're going up in prices, up in power bands. So 467 horsepower, 522, 550. We break the 550 to 614, 656. Oh yeah, 699, and then we go back. I was going to say 656 was highest, but no, 699 horsepower. Pretty cool. Continental, and then we run through the track options, but these are wider, not road track ones. As you can see, they don't start on 18 inches, they start on 30s. I think they go 30, 32, 36. So again, we've got the various different track tread options on the Steigers, for example. We've got 30 inch, 32, 36. I think, like I say, it's pretty much the same on all of them. And we've got the same options again. Design, front options, windows, cab monitors, rock box, reverse beep, fleet numbers, exhausts, special edition, attaches. Let me just double check again on the back of here. Rear hitch, rear weight bracket, 2,800. There you go, 5,600. So we've got some extra options for weight on the back there if you want it. On the larger ones, a Sero Pro compact, license plate option on there too. Then we move on to the Steiger wheeled large frame 2025. So 614 horsepower, 656, 699. So 699 again being the highest on this. And then we have got, let's jump to Trelleborgs for example. So just showing you some of the normal tyre options. So we jumped out to singles at 3 metre. Then twins, all the way out. Then triples, then back to singles. We go back to the Lizard, LSW's 1100, dual, 1250s, 1400s, triples, Firestorm triples, and back again. So there's lots of different options. And again, we go through these. Our design, wheel weights, front options, in-cab, rock box, reverse beat, fleet numbers, exhaust, the whole shebang. Let me check the rear hitch again. Rear weight bracket, 2,800, 5,600, yeah, quick hitch. And our Sero Pro compact. And then finally, the beast, the Steiger Quad Track Large Frame 2025. It's up there price-wise, but it starts at 778 horsepower. Although it's a 715, and it doesn't stop there. It goes up to 853 horsepower, which is monstrous. So that's it, those two options. So then we've got our track options again through the various different types. And then all the other options again. EU, US on your options, front options, windows. I won't read them all out. We'll just scroll through them all. I'll check on the back again for the rear hitch. I'm sure this is a 5600 on this as well. Rear weight bracket, 2,800, 5,600. There we go. Quick hitch and the other options on there too. So just looking, again, the detail on them. I went for Firestorms on these, Firestorm duals. When I was looking, I was thinking that I thought that was actually rubbing on the inside of the, but it's not. That's close into the tractor, but it looks very, very cool. And we kind of work our way up. I tried to go for different options on this one. This one I went for US. This one I went for the EU, as you can see with the markers. I might have gone for different options on, I think that one I went for the flappy top, the flapper. That one I went for normal curved top. On the back of this one I went for standard hitch. This one I went for, did I go with weight frame or weights? Might be weights on that. Turn that off. That one I definitely went for weights on. Oh, it's so nice. They are so nice. And the LSWs, I mean, come on. Come on. It's gorgeous. This one I went for the full hitch on the big boy. I'll say sometimes you get the Steiger greens, it's a bit kind of really like green. I mean, I know that it's green, but it's kind of more muted. Look. Anyway, let's just jump in each one. Just give it a quick shifty. Now, what I will say, the options now are the same on all 5 as well. R1 and right stick up and down. As you can see inside there, adjust your steering wheel up and down. L1, R1, left stick side to side rotates your seat. So if you're inside, we've got our seat rotation, like so. Depends where you're facing. I should be facing forwards anyway. Let's bring the seat. There we go. Then we've got right stick side to side. Now this is very cool actually. This is a nice feature. Let's go back outside. You've got the exterior lights as well. So if you're getting out of this in the dark, whereas you've got the interior cab light, you've got underneath the cab top, you've got exterior cab lights. You see it shines down to the floor. So if you're getting out at night, now I know when you close these, that stays on momentarily when you close the door, so you can see what you're doing when you get down, and then it turns itself off. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to think if we had that before. We probably have. I probably haven't noticed. And then up and down was, oh yeah, the bonnet. Close that. Then up and down is the bonnet, and that is the same option on all of them with regard to our doors, windows, etc. God, it's quiet in here. You get the idea. I want to drive the LSW. Nope. Flapper top doing its thing. God, those lights are bright, aren't they? Look at that. Wow. They do sound good. Again, nice and quiet. I should have put that down, shouldn't I? Absolute weapons. Looks good in LSW. And then finally, just because I want to, look at it. Look at it. Right. Actually, that's what I want to do. Even that little bit, that top monitor, as it was sort of firing up, a little bit of a flicker on the screen. Nice attention to detail on that. Actually, what I'm trying to think, did I go for any of the extra monitor options? I mean, that's definitely an extra monitor option, but again, we want that down. Is my door open? That's pretty cool. They get up to speed so fast. And there you have it. That's mods for Tuesday the 18th. Apologies for the delay. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.